What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Last weekend we saw an incredible encounter of Bledisloe Cup 1 between the All Blacks and the Wallabies, getting a draw. No one thought it was going to happen, and what a game it was. Going into the 89th minute, it was insane. It was back and forth, missed opportunities, not capitalizing, not maybe going that extra mile for each team to maybe pick up a victory. No one thinking of a drop goal in the last minute to seal the deal. There was so much passion and love for the game that they wanted to score the proper way by getting a try. This weekend they're heading to Eden Park, where probably one of the sport's biggest records is on the line. And can Dave Rennie's Wallabies break or disrupt that record, put pressure on the All Blacks just like it did last weekend? COVID-19 has been a very confusing year because we've seen one international game since the period. We should have had June internationals, we should have had finished the rugby championship, we should have been prepping for November internationals. It's been a mad year. We've witnessed a phenomenal Super Rugby Aotearoa, North versus South, and a very good and epic Super Rugby AU. We've witnessed drama off the field, on the field, and we've also seen two teams go against what the negativity in the media and what management are doing and come together and have a drink after a phenomenal game. This weekend we're focusing on Bledisloe 2, and this weekend we have Australia have an opportunity to disrupt the record, and that record is incredible. Unbeaten in any test at their Auckland fortress in 43 matches and 16 years. You have to go back to 1986 to find the All Blacks last lost to Australia at this ground. There's going to be a massive atmosphere. No COVID restrictions. 40,000 tickets already sold at the time of this recording. Capacity of 50,000. That stadium's going to be chock-a-blocked. But the interesting thing is, no current Australian or New Zealand rugby player was ever even born in 1986, and after impressing in a 16-all draw in Wellington on Sunday, Dave Rennie's men have shown that they aren't carrying any old wounds, that they want to go back and cause a few havoc. And when I say no player was born, Australia have gone with a very young team, a very inexperienced team, a team that can look at this match and go, you know what? Who cares about the record? Let's just go do our own thing and have fun and play rugby and ruffle a few feathers. The year for Australia has been absolutely insane. From Railing Castle's drama to Israel Folau's drama to financial drama to Trans-Tasman drama, which then brings New Zealand into it. It's been a mental year. But it's bringing the sport into the spotlight yet again, because we can see a phenomenal rivalry unite. David Campese in the media saying the All Blacks have lost their aura of invincibility. They have dropped down the levels of being the most terrifying team in world rugby. I don't quite think that's true. I do think they have been brought back down to earth, where you can see a little bit more of a competitive level. But they're still one of the most terrifying teams in world rugby, and history shows it. They're a team that you cannot count out. You cannot sit back and relax. You've got to fight to the best of your ability for a team like the All Blacks. But that's what makes this game so interesting for the Wallabies. They got nothing to lose. They had a phenomenal game. They got every opportunity to go out there and have fun, do something different, and go pick up a surprise victory that will shock the world. If they go into Auckland and beat Australia, they sit with a fair chance of maybe making history and winning a rugby championship, of winning the Bledisloe Cup, because of that all-important draw. But they just need to stay calm and think about what they're going to do and surprise the All Blacks. And that's the thing why I said we're seeing Dave Rennie's Wallabies putting New Zealand in the dark, because we're not quite sure of Dave Rennie's plan with this young team, with this team of many debutants, with this team that could be the future of Australian rugby and can dominate the world. Australia is sitting at their worst ranking that they've been at for a very long time. If we go back to 2016, 2017, when the Springboks were at their very worst ranking, and Rassie transformed this team, could Dave Rennie be the guy to transform the Wallabies into a team that won the World Cup back in '99? A team that got into the final in 2003 against England. A team that shocked the All Blacks in 1986 at Eden Park. Can they do it again? Damn right they can. Anyone can do it. But as I say that, when we underestimate the All Blacks, when we forget a result, when the All Blacks lost to the Aussies, they came back and thumped them 36-0. When South Africa came close to the All Blacks at one stage, they thumped South Africa 57-0. There have been moments where New Zealand lost to Ireland. Look at the World Cup. We look at times. There's just things that with a team like the All Blacks, and I do feel we currently have a weak point in Ian Foster and Sam Cane. But New Zealand on New Zealand, they've got stars, Geordie, Bowden, Richie. You've got quality. Artie Xavier, Satutu on the bench, Aaron Smith, TJ Perenara, all these phenomenal World Cup winning players, and also new guys to the field who know what the All Blacks have achieved, who know the level of ability that this team achieves, and the scariness of how they can come back. Just as we think Dave Rennie's boys can surprise us, the All Blacks can throw a curveball back and blitz them the hell out of the Aussies. Then what are we going to say? Are we going to backtrack on what Dave Campese said of the losing their invincibility? Are we going to backtrack of where they were last year? Yes, they lost the World Cup, but they still beat South Africa. Yes, they didn't win the Rugby Championship, but they still had that terrifying aura within them. South Africa drew. We won the Rugby Championship. We meet in the first game of the World Cup. They completely outplay us. They lose to England. They club Wales. We need to just remember those moments. New Zealand had a step back, but they come back 10 times stronger. And that's the warning I want to say to the Aussies out there, is that your team could do it. And as much as I love and respect New Zealand, I will be so over the moon for this team, because I want to see them fight. I want to see them bounce back. I want to see great rugby coming from Australia. But do not underestimate this All Black squad. Put your warning lights on, because these guys are coming and packing, and they're going to be furious, they're going to be angry, and they're going to want payback, and they know that record is on the line. 43 matches, 16 years, there's no ways they're going to let that go lightly. We need to remember that. Wellington's been a bit of an iffy place for New Zealand over the past few years, but Eden Park, sold out crowd, going to be massive. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.